This is Karikter Asked It. You already know, Character did it. I'm here with Sovereign Nature, who has been a day one for me, bro. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Well, that's a long story, and I'm gonna try to make it as short as I can.
I mean, don't make it too short. Tell us.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start by the music end of me. It's because that's what you guys know me for. That's how I met everybody here in the community, and that's how you know me, Sovereign Nature. It happened 2 years ago. One of my buddies told me about Band Lab. And before then I had not been recording anything. I mean, for the last 20 something years, I'm 30, late 30s. Not too late, but
I'm 35, bro. It's okay. I'm old.
So I've never gotten back into it. All my life, when I was young, I loved music, just like everybody here. The thing is that my immediate family, my parents, they didn't feel that that was a profession I should excel in or any of that. They were into the construction, into the military and whatnot, and we saw different ways. So at the end of the day, I still had to function, and how I knew how to function was in the construction field and learn new trades, because that's what they taught me. The music, I didn't see any avenues for me back in 2000s, whatnot.
It was a different time. It was a different time with me.
Or whatnot. I mean, we had the karaoke machine. Everybody come through the house, and it was cool as shit. And then when we got the computer, we started making the CDs. That was cool, but then again, my pops weren't feeling all of that, and I just had to shift my ways for a long time. So I still, in the construction and whatnot, in any other ventures I've put some time in my life, music has always been there for me. Regardless if I'm framing up a home, if I'm doing some drywall or electrical, plumbing, whatever. Even if I'm working in a restaurant at certain times in my life, whether it's being on the line to cook or serving individuals, there's always you still got the culture, the songs, the melodies and whatnot, and if you're in there, in my sense, I love it so much. It would be like a parallel. I wasn't feeling always the actual message of the music that was coming out, but I always put my spin to it. So I used to always be freestyling. There ain't nobody else around for the most part, and just making up my own stuff. I always wished I had a way to record it. Times happened and my businesses started getting more serious. I couldn't put no more time into doing something I really enjoyed doing. I don't do this for the money, and believe me, it don't make a dollar. It costs me a little but it makes me happy. It allows me to put my little imprint in society, or my family and future generations, that these words that I personally speak of, my messages are, we can all share some of them, but they're not the mainstream message. I mean, nobody, it's not what we're used to. It's all important stuff. It comes from a good place.
Tell me about those messages.
Well, for the most part, all of them have been life. So I have this song called Baby Kid, that speaks when we were little, and we had all our own little community, and although people be struggling around, what I'm saying, we used to all kick it together. We climb that tree and get that whatever fruit you want, we all kick it together. We go share it back at the house, ride the bicycles and all of that. It talks about all of that, and throughout that I have different points of views. It's all what my music is. It's different points of views in different times of my life, that at that moment I didn't have the way to express myself. But as soon as I came across this Band Lab, all of my music is all freestyle, like off of here, second, third time I hear the beat. I like to keep it like that, because I feel that I've recently, maybe tops 5 of my last tracks, I have started to, take some heed onto some of the feedback the folks tell me, and I appreciate them. They're like, okay, you utilize I used to hate on the auto tune and stuff like that. And I still don't use it too much, but it does have its place. You know, I see what it does. You know, it does a lot. Especially, um, I'm not saying that I'm only exclusively gonna be a freestyle for life. You know, because I do write. I'm writing a few books. I've got 3 right now that I'm trying to finish up. But every time I'm ready to just say, okay, I'm gonna launch them, then I want to put a little bit more in them and a little bit more. So I've been on that for last year, and hopefully by the end of this year I can just put out Community Earth. It's 1 book, and then Sovereign Nature, the 7 volumes. But I've only got 2 of those, so 2 of the volumes. So I'm wrapping those up. So that's gonna be the first little thing. And for those, I'm only gonna charge $1 or something. My music gonna be free.
What are they about?
It kind of self-help and a perspective. Well, Community Earth is the perspective on the world and planet Earth and how we live, and it has certain philosophies, it has history, it has a lot of crucial points that we all have to, I believe we should all know about, you know, not bore anybody with anything, but there's a little bit of everything that's important, and certain facts that people in current events and through history, they change the definition to certain words and certain times, or the meanings to the certain words. So it's something to take heed on, you know, and that my book is not necessarily going to do it to you, but it just shows you a different perspective. And I'm all about perspective, you know, just seeing every point of view that you can, you know, walk on the feet of, look at, and, you know, and just look at every dimension that you can to understand how to make it all harmonious, you know. And that's difficult, you know. We all humans, but the music. Going back to the music, so the last 2 years I started putting this. This is all new to me. I in these last 2 years I probably got 200 tracks, probably 170 released on the BandLab, and maybe 100 or 90 on the YouTube. But I'm not really active. I really haven't taken it too serious just yet, because I don't have it's still one of my many hobbies. I have a lot of ventures that I like, that take a lot of time, and full-time family, you know. I'm a father, 2 beautiful children, my daughter and my son, and I have a beautiful wife, and you know, deal with within a network and a community close to me as well, that we take care of each other as well. So, you know, it's all about expanding that, you know, and through music, you know, hopefully, or somebody, you know, tunes into it, or just if somebody has certain questions, because my music is mostly about questioning the stuff that we don't question for the most part, you know. It's
That's
just
amazing,
about
bro.
It's giving a little bit of a little spark to get something going or whatnot, whatever it is. I love it. I truly do, and I wish to see where this whole journey takes it on that end. You know, I'm not a professional musician by any means, and all has been self-taught. You know, I tinker with everything here, and I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot thanks to individuals in the community that have reached out and been like, yo, Sav, you know, what's going on with your mic, or what's this and that, because I've still been recording off of my phone, but I have the DAW system, I have FL Studios, and it's just been such a learning curve.
What have been your biggest successes, your biggest accomplishments?
In the music field or in life?
Your life, man.
I have so many, I would say, but my best one is my children. I think that's to have the relationship I have with them. That's the biggest accomplishment. That, you know, it's taken the most work and most dedication, commitment, consistency. It's taught me so much, that so many things I can apply in my life every day. That makes everything so great. So those are my superheroes, 100%. And after that, it's the accomplishment is being to people to tell me, oh, I believe in you. You know, that's a huge accomplishment. You know, it's not the money. It's just like these individuals that you could never expect where it comes from. When you hear them words, they just shake you in a way that, you know, and the last thing You always got to believe in yourself. That's what I tell everybody. You release a track, you like that bad boy. If you're the first one that's gonna like it real quick. You know, you gotta go first. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get that power, that energy, that momentum going. You know, if not, then what you waiting for? You know, it's there's a balance in life, and then the waves and the energy. Oh, all my stuff went down. I kind of like what I made.
Yeah, it looked cool, man. It looked cool. It's all good. I mean, if you want to set it back up, I will tell you, you're playing with the ring light and the glasses, bro. It's like I keep getting distracted. All I'm staring at is those. It looks like eyeballs just follow me, bro. Like
that's cool.
What have been your biggest obstacles that you've had to overcome?
Myself, in life, period. Myself. Every time it's just listening, not giving me the proper due value and appreciation that I needed to give myself, and just focus on what other people expected of me in every point, and then not questioning what that means to me as an individual, as you know. So that was also got very real. And every day I keep it in check. You know, it's something that it makes you greater. Sometimes it adds to the character, you know.
Absolutely, man. What does success in life and in music look like to you?
Love that question, because I've always asked that myself. And then I'll have to quote a certain individual called Earl Nightingale. As a Man Groweth, I think it was his particular book. He said, success is the repetition of a success, was it? The repetition of a worthy ideal. Yeah, the repetition of a worthy ideal. So, or the progress, the success, the goal, the coming out. I can't remember the exact word that he used. I was trying to quote him. The worthy ideal, the repetition of a worthy ideal. I'm missing one word in that sentence, unfortunately, right now for the stream.
It's all right.
The progressive realization of a worthy idea. The progressive realization of a worthy idea. There we go. The progressive realization of a worthy idea. That took me forever to memorize the first time.
I need to sleep on that quote. I feel like.
Yeah. So with that said, I mean, if you find a common denominator and you're doing something right, keep on doing that right thing, because it's gonna keep on repeating itself. You see. And another thing is, don't sell yourself short. Don't never sell yourself short for anything, because what happens is that when you start dealing with selling yourself short, you fool yourself, you fool other individuals of your proper goals and what you are capable of. You lose sight of that, and then you liquidate yourself. You work yourself too thin in a situation, and you always want to have room to evolve and entertain new ideas. You know, just the more the better. The people that are going to bless you, they're going to bless you regardless. So, you know, if people aren't blessing you, they're not greeting you with open arms. It's the time to adjust your paradigm, because like Albert Einstein used to say, you know, the repetition, insanity is the repetition of the same thing, expecting something else. You know, kind of butcher that up a little bit too. But
it's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Potato, but it's still the same good.
Hold up. But you did not tell me what success is to you.
Well, success is, to me personally, being okay with life. Today, living my life in a way that I feel is grand to me. You know, not having any what could I say? Regrets. Any regrets. You know, not regretting anything. If I have something in my mind, I have to do it. I have to, and you know, if I feel I judge it, I see if it's worth entertaining, And at the end of the day, that's success. As long as I can keep on doing that, I'll be successful every day. And and that gives me the power to keep on feeling good about what I'm doing. I mean, and not every time I'm doing what people want me to do. I don't. I barely have to. They wonder how have they how how who how it's just. It's a mentality. It's our mindset. And it's a thing at a time and not forgetting, learning from each experience, and just taking a positive, because there's always going to be that negative, and you can't do nothing, but you have to learn to, or let me say, I'm not here telling you what to do, but it's very much on your side to take anger very slowly, be slow to anger, look at yourself in every corner of you, like I said earlier, and then that's going to give you the success. You won't. You have to look at it. If you're entertaining something with another individual, you have to see what they have to win from it, what they're coming in the deal to get from you, and where are you coming in, and if it's fair, and if it's every side of it, and then it's a perspective, a third person, of a prospective client, another prospective client, a soon to be client. I mean, you have to have that appeal, and as long as you have your, I would say my music is a niche. What I'm doing is just kind of weird in my sense. It's kind of strange. It's not, but I'm happy with it. I feel like, hey, I know my thing.
That's all that matters right there.
And I love to see people doing their thing. So I'm all for my community. I'm all for everybody. As long as I see them putting out stuff out there consistently, and you tell them, hey, because I'm now pro, but I do listen enough that I can share some constructive feedback. If I feel like I've listened to something that I can help somebody else out, I pass it forward. And I find that this is something throughout our community. Everybody's always trying to pass something forward. It's just, with a little bit of knowledge, whatever, little bit of insight, it's wonderful. And remember, music is always subjective to the ear. It's beautiful. Something's beautiful to everybody. It's not necessarily the same thing that everybody's trying to appeal to. So I always think that the worst thing you have to get out of it is that you get a few people not agreeing with what you're trying to do. At the end of the day, if you hear it, it makes you feel better. It's because some of my tracks that's the purpose. It's that I have some experiences in my life that I want to resolve and be able to understand them in a different way.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about those experiences?
Well, mostly just so many, man. I can't just. If I go, I would feel bad just going through one of them and leaving the other.
Okay.
1,000 messed up experiences. It's like, oh, you didn't say nothing about me, and then turn on to something all negative. And I'm not about all necessarily negativity, but I am about keeping it real. And by that, it's been the people that are closest to you most of the time, at least for me, the people that kind of hurt me the most. And that's why I try to keep myself private. Is for myself, my immediate family, the people I work with in my network, everywhere, my clients, the immediate, community. Because it was the way I grew up, the community around me said the community to help you, and that's not the case. That never, never applied necessarily. So.
Okay. No, I get it, bro. I get it, man. If you could go back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
Man, I would be like, I don't know how to answer that, Karikter, because I'm pretty happy, to tell you the truth. The way that life has, I'm not no, not a billionaire, nothing like that. I've got a good network and stuff like that.
So, all right, like, do you mean you made the mistakes you had to make, and you don't have regrets for the things you did when you were younger.
The things I have regret over is things that I had no control over. So, I can't take it that way. I had
That's
no control over a lot.
self-acceptance, though. That's self-acceptance. That's beautiful. That's an incredible sentiment. Honestly, that's an awesome answer that I have not gotten from that question. That's an awesome answer.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I think a lot, man. I think a lot, and I take the good with the bad. I realize life is like a roller coaster sometimes. It's got its highs and its lows, but you get on and you get off, and it's a journey, and you're there as long as you got a breathe, man, and he's a big one knows,
No, I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. Do you have anything coming up you want to talk about?
Not necessarily. Nothing. The books at the end of the year, but before then, I'll make this. This interview is it's a stepping stone, a milestone for me. It's it means the world to me. It's helping individuals out there get to know my point of view on certain things, one-on-one, hosted by our faith, so it's it's a journey, man, and I hear it a lot here, and that's why I love it, man. We all deal with it a different way. We all have to deal with different type of facts in our life, a lot of factors for different individuals, a lot of different backgrounds, but we all share that beautiful love for music, that which is what has brought us together, in a lot of platforms, might I say.
Right, you're everywhere. Every time I hop on a new live stream or a new anything, Sovereign Nature is right there commenting. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it, bro. And okay, so before we end it, like I want to ask about if there's any like sentiment that you want to leave us with, but also that's kind of part of it is like you are everywhere. You're just networking constantly. You're meeting people, and I think it's kind of different for you because I don't see it as a, you're just trying to make the right context to blow up. You have like this more pure kind of hustle right now that, you have your form of income that you have, and you have all these other different priorities and hustles and different things. This music thing comes purely out of your soul, but you're still everywhere, and it never ever comes off as, oh, give me support and I'll support you, or do this and buy my thing, like this. What you're doing is so pure. So tell me about the sentiment you leave with that in mind, the way that you are everywhere, just showing this human love and support.
I get it back, man. I get it back. The fam hollers at me. I mean, I'm telling you, like, got 30 people on my phone that just like throughout the week, they like, yo, solve this and that, and boom, boom. They send me, Link, come over here and, and do this and that. And, I'm collabing all the time with the fam. And it's just like, we're trying to just, it's just such more than what you see usually because I don't do my own streaming content. I don't even do my own video content or anything like that. But that hasn't taken anything away. Like I hear very kind words from so many people in our community all the time, reaching out to me, and I'm like, I'm not even famous or nothing like this, It's like, oh, it's got me feeling all types of way, I'm like, stop it,
Yo, you're too kind.
It's real, I drop a tear. You guys are you guys are wonderful, y'all the real ones, and that's I feel that I'm doing what everybody's doing out here. We all doing it. We all the same sentiment. We all share it, and that's what's awesome. That's why I tell people, the sovereign nature is just not me. It's all of us. We all sovereign in nature. You see what I'm saying? We are kings of this earth, and in our nature, we gotta live in tune with that harmony, and that harmony, it's all of us. That's That's it was coming in the book. I kind of spoiler alert a little bit over here, you know. No, no, but
Hell yeah, bro. Man, I love your mindset. I love your hustle. I love everything you're doing. I love everything about you, bro. I'm forever appreciative of the support and the love that you've shown me, and you already know I'll always show it back. Like we're connected, man, and that's the weird thing about this community is it does feel like this new type of virtual family type shit. This just, well, I feel like I have 100 new cousins that I didn't have 8 months ago, you know.
facts, 100%. It's like the family's crazy. It's just you can't. It feels good, you know, while we have it. You know, it's creating them bonds, and some of us we can have had people come through from other places trying to meet up and whatnot, and that's been awesome too. And
that's cool too, man. I had that once. I met up with like a crew that I met online, one state away from me, and it was weird. It was like IG post turned to real life. It was fun though, and it was an incredible experience. You know, like this shit is, and you know, the more we keep this community going, the more that's gonna happen, and in the coming years, who knows what's gonna happen with real life shit when we all come together and we all start making progress. You know.
that's right. That's right. It's to stay in touch, and that's the way I feel. It's almost going to be a year now that I say I've taken it upon myself to meet the other individuals in the community, and because the first year was just just trying to focus in on trying to establish something for me with the music and just figuring the music out. My ears. Some people might think I'm kind of lost still, but hey, it's the journey,
bro. So is everybody. It's okay. Hey, bro. Yo, I appreciate your time, bro. I appreciate all of the wisdom that you shared, for real. This is Sovereign Nature. Follow him up, support him. He shows the most genuine kind of love back, bro. He's a real ass one. Hit him up. He'll always respond, bro. Not necessarily on IG. He's not on IG all the time.
Yeah,
but we'll figure that out. Like y'all talk and you'll get a hold of him. But hey, thank you so much, Sovereign. This has been Karikter Asked It. Peace up. I'll see y'all next time.